Hey guys, welcome back. It's Maverick here today with episode 15 of Mushoku Tensei. So, last episode, we resolved the entire Beast People situation, Beast Village situation with the slaves and whatnot. It was rather fast as well. It literally only took one episode. And, Rudy, of course, comes out of it, I'd say, with positive gains in a lot of areas, right? For one, his mentality, his self-confidence, and so on and so forth. And, I'm kind of expecting the Beast People to still reciprocate their gratitude in some sort of other way, right? Be it companions, be it a way to move forward, and etc., etc. Obviously, we have some stuff happening all the way back home on the Central Continent. Let's forget about that for now. I highly doubt that we're gonna get back there anytime soon. In this episode, I am actually wondering if we'll learn a little bit more about Geese, right? Because once again, I feel like he is not just some background character. It seems that he is probably going to be an important side character here to stay. So, with that in mind, let's get into the episode. All right, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Okay. Fan service right from the beginning, eh? I mean, I've heard some people saying that it's not really called fan service if it appears in the original story, but, like, come on. Fan service is just fan service, right? Oh, it's Stocky. Oh. Daughter? Alright. Man, I don't really comment on this too often in this series, but no, I'm always really impressed by the background artwork, right? I mean, I kind of feel like the animations being good is a given already, and when we look at a lot of different series and whatnot, we take note of the battle animations and so on and so forth. But like the background artwork to this series, there's actually a lot of care and detail put into it. Oh. Huh. Alright, so he isn't actually dead. Alright, but we should be moving on, right? Like, I'm sure it's fun to stay at the village and all. Okay, I'm guessing they're speaking in... Like, what is the... human language, I guess? Human talk? I think it was mentioned in the first season, right? Is it a touchy subject? I think they probably... Are they even part of maybe the same family? I'm curious. Auntie. Yep, there we go. The world is a small place, right? You guys are speaking quite well for such a short time. So they all practice the same style? I'm wondering, the beast people. By the way, why don't they... Of course he's listening. They haven't really talked about why they're still staying here, right? Hmm. Like Rudy, eh? People change. People grow. Ooh. Are you gonna join in, little girl? Oh, 3 months? Why are you... Can I have some explanation here? Ah, there we go. Rainy season, eh? Okay. Oh, you need to train every day? Oh, but he is. Hmm. I wonder what the beast language is based on. Just by its pronunciation, it kind of sounds like Russian. Or French? No, no, no. Definitely more something like Russian. Kind of like Eris? Like how Eris is right now? Oof. I mean, sometimes you need a different environment, right? Alright, so is the Holy Beast going to come or not? This is someone who can read the mood. Man, these frogs have been quite prominent throughout this entire episode, eh? Alright, time to go. Is the doggo coming along? Okay, so actually they stood around to help, eh? One, okay. One blow? I mean, it's definitely cool, but... I think Rudy's saying what we're all thinking. I guess, as they like to say, true masters of the sword, it only takes one blow, eh? Don't worry, we stand with you in solitude, Rudy. Alright, so I guess Doggo isn't coming along. Oh, geese! Yeah! We almost forgot about him. Oh, so they... okay. I guess we didn't really get to learn about him, eh? Oh well. a holy country, eh? So we're definitely going to have some run-ins with some church people, I guess. Sword God and then North God. I'd wager good money they probably exist, right? And we'll probably see them in the future. Oh, and there's a flag if I've ever seen one. Yeah, it was a slow life indeed. Right. So, I will see you guys after this. Alright, so, just as the episode title says, this was another slow episode, right? We get to see them hang around for the village. I'm presuming not because that they couldn't actually make it out or anything, but, you know, they kind of wanted to help with the village as well. Or maybe they really couldn't make it out, but somehow I feel like if they really wanted to do it, they could find a way to do it, right? So, it was, I guess they're not exactly in a huge rush or anything. I mean, they've already spent this long on the road and whatnot, but 3 months, damn, that is actually quite a lot, right? I'm kind of curious, like, what exactly happened to cause them to decide to stay here and whatnot. It seems that we're skipping through those events. I'm sure that there was some discussion back and forth before they did this and whatnot, and also in regards to Geese's character as well. Again, you know, he's obviously done something for the Beast people to be so mad at him, but to the point where even helping in the attack situation couldn't really redeem himself yet. But you know, I guess instead of this episode, we might learn of it from the next episode. I mean, this episode, there's not really too much to comment on, right? It's pretty much as we see it, you know, that kind of storyline and whatnot, saying farewell. I mean, I guess it does point out the growth of Eris, right, and her personality, being from the spoiled brat that she was all those episodes ago, from the beginning when we met her, to this point where she's considerate of others, she sticks up for others, and yet she also knows when to back down a little bit, right? She knows not to be so unbearably unreasonable here. And I think the little talk actually in regards to Galena that Rudy mentioned, right? I feel like that's probably the biggest takeaway from me for this episode, and that is, you know, people change, right? Someone who was, you know, very, you could say, useless or you know, not bright, not willing to do anything, a failure, if you will, you know, in their early lives, they could still turn their life around and become someone great in the future, right? And the reason why I think this is, I do kind of feel like this is sort of a central theme for this entire series here. I mean, Rudy himself is the best example of this, right? In the former's life, he was a complete useless NEET, and not a very good one at that, not considerate, didn't have any prospects, got shunned by everyone, and so on and so forth. In this world, in this life, in this reincarnation, he's actively trying to change that, right? And we can still see his former tendencies pop up from time to time, but he's actively trying to change himself for the better, right? Same with Ares as well, same for Ryujerd. man, I always have so much trouble saying his name. But and that goes for a lot of the characters that we meet along as well, right? People can change just because you weren't good, or you were walking on a wrong path in the past doesn't mean you can't go on the right path in the future. So yeah, I think that's my biggest takeaway from this episode, and sort of like a microcosm of the entire series as a whole. I do get this kind of feeling, now thinking about it, that this does really fit into the central theme very much, right? The concept of being able to change for the better, and it's not too hopeless to change whenever and wherever, whenever, and whoever, right? So yeah, I think that's basically it for this episode. So we didn't actually get the sacred beast, the doggo, as a companion. I'm kind of sad about that. I guess they couldn't really take away the sacred beast from the village after all. I was actually wondering, because in a lot of these situations, right, you typically get there's actually this ancient folklore or this ancient story about how when in times of trouble, the sacred beast will leave the village and go out into the lands or something of that. Like, they could have totally made it up on the spot and still managed to fit it within the story, right? But I guess we're not going to be having a permanent animal companion for now. And as for the future, like, again, who knows, right? At this point, I still don't know whether or not this is marking the true beginnings of this series already, and we are going to be getting just basically child form Rudy, and this is where the story starts, right? Or this is just one long arc, and then we might have another time skip sometime later on when he gets into, I guess, a teenage form or something of that sort. At this point, I'm more and more convinced that maybe we're going to be continuing the story just in Rudy's child form, and or continuing on from here, right? But that is just speculation. I don't really know. And I guess we are introduced to the, seven strongest fighters or whatnot, which I'm sure we're going to meet sometime in the future, and heck, potentially within the next few episodes immediately, right? Them going into a holy country of sorts. Anytime we have that kind of thing, I'm sure that there is going to be like some sort of church organization or whatnot that's going to feature some holy fighters, paladins, whatever you want to call them. And I'm kind of expecting another round of misunderstandings and whatnot, basically that the holy and pure church people being disgusted by the pervertedness of Rudy, right? You can already imagine that kind of storyline going forward. But anyways, that's it for this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.